Welcome back to another week of You and Idol Precure stream reviews. Yes. Welcome. How are you guys doing? I hope everyone here today is having an amazing day. I don't know if you heard my dog shake, but if you did, shall we? I'm gonna move myself over a little bit. I am very close to my chat over here. I'm very close to you, Twitch chat. But anyway, hello to both the YouTube and the Twitch chat. How are you guys doing? How's it going? I'm gonna write it down. Write down right now. Yeah, everybody in this stream, everybody who comes to this stream today, gets a free cookie, but not a one by made of Glitter M's hands, because Glitter M cannot cook. That is the verdict, and I will check it off as such. Anyway, welcome. How you doing? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Hello over on Twitch. Hi, Lily. Hi, Farina fan. Welcome. Guess where I went to Sunday? Oh, let me know. I'm curious. Yes, a new emote. Oh, you can't use it, can you? I think it's a members only because it's animated. But yes. Here, I will type this out in the chat for all to see on both platforms. This is a new emote that I got. The artist and stuff, I got a couple new things. All of the artists are going to be linked in my bios for my channel over here on Twitch, and then my gaming channel over on YouTube. So yeah, new Starfall. Yes. I went to Epic Universe. Oh, that's so cool. I don't know what that is, but I want to go. It sounds fun. And then hi over on YouTube. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm sorry if it seemed like I was. Hello, how are you doing, YouTubies? Oh yeah, yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad, guys. That's my bad. I don't actually know what time I set this stream for. I think it's set for 8 p.m. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, yeah, so like you guys can like chat in like the live section before I actually go live. So that's why random things why you're able to yap a little bit before the stream. So yeah. But yeah, welcome. Hi, Kier Skylar. Welcome back, by the way. Yes, I did. I got you. I got that mod. Yeah, you saw that. Cool. Hi, KiroX, and hi, Mooncast. Oh, I love your name, Mooncast. That's such a pretty name. I mean, look, come on. Can you not tell? I love the moons and stuff too. Also, I'm gonna come down just a little bit because like my hat was kind of peeking up there when I went like whoop, it went off the screen. And we gotta have full hat, okay? For You and Idol episode 10, we gotta have full hat. Don't you know? Full hat. Write that down. Yes. Okay. Welcome. Oh, it's the newest Universal theme park. Oh, I see. I want to go. Actually, I think we might. Okay, if you guys haven't watched my Glitter Diaries channel, I've been really bad about posting on there. I got a few yaps to do before we begin today's stream, so buckle in. But I might be going to Disney California. I get them confused all the time. I think it's Disneyland in California and Disney World in Florida. But I think we're going to go to California because we've got some family going over there for some personal things. And we're like, hey, can we like tag along with you guys and just get like an Airbnb? And they were like, yeah, sure. So, that greatly reduces the cost because that's the whole reason why I've never been able to go to Disney or anything, even though I really want to. It's been my lifelong dream to go to Disney. As a huge Disney fan, we don't have the money. So, we don't have the money. So, yeah, if you're watching over here on Glitter M, there might be a few less hauls, especially manga and anime hauls this year, because I am saving big time for the Disney. I don't want to even have to look. I just want to be able to swipe my card, and hopefully when I go to Disney World, that can happen. So just so you guys know, there might be a little bit less of like shopping hauls and stuff, but anyway. Oh, of course, you're welcome. I love anything that has the moon. Anything moon related. But yes, yes, yes. Also, if you notice over here on Twitch, you can see where I posted the little starfall emoji. You know, the stars that are falling. It's called starfall. That's what I've named it, at least. And you see this little badge? We got badges, guys. And over here, if you're watching on YouTube now, if you're watching YouTube, you've got a completely different set of badges. They're kind of like peachy blossom, like cutesy, kind of like Japanese desserts themes and stuff. But we are going to be starting to do a weekly members only stream. This one is obviously going to stay, up and running and whatnot. It's free, of course, but the members only stream is so that I can watch along with the viewers. So the first thing that I'm gonna watch is Barbie Fairytopia, and then we're gonna watch some of this new show. I gotta remember the name for it. It's Meibashi Witches. We're gonna watch the first episode, and then we're going to finally restart my season over here with the witchiness, as you can tell. Maho Girls Precure. So basically, I'm just gonna put the links to stuff. I'm only really trying to watch stuff that I can put links in. No subscriptions or anything for that. But yeah, members can come to those streams and they can watch along with me. This way, YouTube can't copyright me anymore. Because I tried, and YouTube said, mm-mm. So, that's how we're gonna avoid the copyright. Basically, I'll put a timer on the screen, I'll put a link in, and you guys can just click that link. I'll make sure it's a safe link. And then we'll just watch along. We'll watch along and whatnot. But anyway, that is what the members only thing is. If you were curious, that's a thing. And like over here on Twitch, you guys got new badges for subs. If you're a sub, you got some new badges and stuff. You've got these like little moon star comic kind of stuff because can you tell I like that? Can you tell I'm an astro witch? Maybe. YouTube copyright boo stinky. Yes, absolutely. Because like literally I made a stream a while ago, like a very long time ago, and I actually just deleted it because I couldn't like monetize it at all because I played a little bit, a tiny little snippet of like some of the Precure openings, and literally like maybe 10 seconds they copyrighted my stream. So, no Precure music on the stream. Toei said no. Hi, Fire Force. Welcome. How are you today? Welcome, welcome. But yeah, just quick yap. Anyway, with the membership badges and stuff, if you guys want one, then, like, they're up for grabs. Obviously, you don't have to come to it or anything, but, it's there for anyone who wants to. We'll just say that. Same on, Twitch as well. If anyone wants to grab a sub badgie over here on Twitch, then like once again it's up to you. I'm not gonna force you, but anyway, my little sub badge up here for the content creator, it's literally the same one on my pin. That's amazing. That's amazing. What's your favorite episode of You and Idol so far? 1 through 10. Oh. Okay, before I answer that, I did say that I was going to make that Precure video talking about, so far, my thoughts on You and Idol. I think I'm going to turn that into a predictions video. We're going to talk a little bit about what I thought it was going to be like, and then what my theory is for how it's going to play out now. But, honestly, my favorite episode was probably the one before Kyun Kyun became an idol, before she became Kyur Kyun Kyun. I think that one was my favorite because I just like the emotional aspect of it. And before we get into the review today, I will just say I really do kind of like the way that they're taking Kyur Kyun Kyun. I like the way that she kind of feels like she is not on the same level as Idol and Wink. She feels like she, just isn't quite, good enough. She feels like she's not up to their level, and she keeps trying, and I like that they explored that, and I definitely feel like this episode, hopefully, wrap that arc up, because girl needs to stop feeling so, unconfident in herself. She is a good idol. She just doesn't believe it. But I think that this episode will hopefully tie an end to that, because she just keeps doubting herself, and finally she got the advice that she needed or the moment she needed in this episode, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, Yes, episode 6. Episode 6 was my fave. Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw the previews. Yes. Oh my god. Mirror Run is coming soon. New fairy, new fairy. Oh my god. My favorites are 6 and 9. Ooh. And ooh. And ooh. And ooh. But yes, 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 yes. Anyway, today it is episode 1. No, what's it called? Episode 10. I almost said 10. Am I dumb? Yes. I'm dumb. Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. 10. Episode 10 today, guys. 10. So, today, episode 10, You and Idol Precure. Let's talk. Today is called CD Debut You and Idol Precure. So basically, this episode is where, now that we have an established group, we finally get to go back to Manager San. And they get to do a CD now that we've got our trio of idols, Kyo Wink, Kyo Kyun, and Kyo Idol. They are making a CD, which they are super enthusiastic about. But the problem is, when they get to the studio, Kyun is having problems. Unlike Wink, who is very, sophisticated and just pumped her way through her song, very elegant, and Idol, who was kind of super enthusiastic, definitely felt at home with her song. Kyun just couldn't get it right. She kept trying, she tried it twice, and it eventually took her a couple tries to get her song done, and she was really relieved that she got the song recorded, but the problem is that she's still just she's looking at Wink and Idol, and she's like, I'm just not up to their standards. They were able to take their songs, in just one go, and I had to have a couple tries. I gotta work harder to be like them. And so, anyway, she's kind of got back into her self-doubt in this episode, because she then goes to school, and as we know about Kyun, or Kokoro, at school, Kokoro is the president of the Idol Research Club. And so she is very into the idols, Wink and Idol, obviously, but they're also her friends and her teammates now. And so now we have the friend Mikoto, who she's featured a couple times in this episode. She was the one who got saved by Idol in the initial episode for Cure Idol's debut. But anyway, she is over here, and she's like, oh yeah, did you see, Cure Kyun to Kokoro? And Kokoro's like, oh, yeah, huh. I don't think she's on the same level as Wink and Idol, but Mikoto is like, what? No, I love Kyun, and I've met Cure Idol before, and it was amazing, and I also want to meet Kyun and Wink, and Kyun, or Kokoro in this aspect, is like, you want to meet me? I mean, you want to meet Kyun? And Mikoto's like, of course I want to meet Kyun. So I definitely think that this was a moment where Kyun realized that she has fans. Even if she doesn't quite see it yet, she does have fans. She's starting to figure out that, people do like me. Obviously, she can't say that, hey, Kyun is me, Kokoro. But she's like, that's me. That's me they want to see. And so anyway, they get their CDs, and actually it's Kokoro who has the idea to start their next plot as an idol to sell their CDs. Write that down, sell their CDs by having a handshake event. Because Mikoto, the friend again, was like, oh yeah, I would just love to shake the idol's hands and stuff. So Kokoro suggests that they do a CD signing where they get to meet their fans and shake their hands and just kind of give them words of encouragement, back and forth, idol and fan. And so everyone thinks that that's a really great idea. But poor Kokoro, even though she suggests this idea, she's still just like, I don't think I'm good enough for this. I'm gonna practice with Puiren all night long. And it was kind of funny. She's like, handshake, go, Puri, go, Puri, go, Puri. Just over and over again, exercising this handshake motion with Puiren. Which is very, very funny. But, oh my god, exactly. This was my favorite moment in the show. I love Kyun pudding. That too. Puddle. The puddle. Redeem drink. Thank you. I'll get some drink. Drink, drinked up. Thank you for the hydrate. But yes, that is like my favorite part, and I honestly was like, what if I changed the thumbnail to that, because I was not expecting Kokoro to turn into a puddle, a little purple puddle. But it's very funny. I love when anime does stuff like that. You know, like when anime does the exaggerated like faces, or like, like wavy body arms or something, or just like exaggerated poses, or like, puddles. I just think it's funny. I think it's so funny. I love it. But yeah, anyway, they have their signing, and so hey, why are you playing? Don't start playing, video. Don't start playing. But anyway, there's a little girl, and she's running, and she accidentally gets hurt, and they're running because they want to go to the handshake event. They want to get the CDs, and the little girl and the mom. I'm assuming this is the mom. Maybe it's an older sister. I think it's the mom. But anyway, their guardian is like, they tell Kokoro, oh, we're huge fans of your Kyun. We really want to meet Kyun. And Kyun, or Kokoro in this form, is like, what? You really want to meet her that bad? Just not able to accept that, once again, she does in fact have fans. And so anyway, before the handshake meeting, this is probably one of my also favorite moments, is that we switch over to the villains, and we see Cuddy, who is super Cuddy is super nervous because he wants to go to the Idol like shake event, the handshake event, the Idol Precure CD release handshake event. That is a long name, but yeah, it looks like our villains. Looks like our villains, guys. They're huge fans already. I mean, Cuddy was kind of like a huge fan from the beginning. Like, let's be real. But anyway, he is also in the line to shake the idol's hands. And not as a villain, just as a fan. Which is super funny. I love how the villains are just like slowly kind of coming to terms with the fact that they are fans of the idols. It's super cute. Oh, let's see. Who's your favorite debut song? Wink, Idol, or Kyun? I would definitely say Idol, because idols get stuck in my head, because I tend to love the energetic, like, and just like the way that she sings too, just like her bouncing, the singing, like let's go, idol, idol. I love the like call and response of that one. So I'm definitely gonna have to say Cure Idol's mine. But yeah, let me know you guys as well. I like Cure Idols too. Yeah. Very good one. 9 and 6, not 6 and 9, 9 and 6. I know, right? Cuddy never got that handshake. Justice for him. Yeah, he doesn't get that handshake because he gets upset because there's so much Kira la la going on that he's like, nah, I gotta be bad. But we also get to see Kaito again, which I definitely think that Kaito is going to play a big part in this season, because bro just keeps showing up out of nowhere. Like, he's just always kind of there. I really thought that they were gonna like have him be more of a like side character mentor, because like he's just always popping up when it seems like Uta needs help, as a newbie idol. He's been in the business for a while. He just always kind of pops up. And so I'm really thinking that he's going to have a bigger place in the show, a bigger role, because here he is, once again, he's popped up at this handshake event, he's undercover, that might mean something. Oh, he is? He's getting his own plushie? Oh. I think I see a pattern. I think a pattern is emerging, because they don't just give plushies to just anybody. This is Precure. Come on. I don't care what they do with Kaito or him in general. I get that. But yeah, I definitely feel like he's going to have some sort of role, just because they keep teasing him. He just keeps coming back. But yeah, anyway, basically they change into their idol forms so they can start this like little handshake movement and whatnot. And once again, Cuddy is like, the idol Precure, they're right in front of me. I must resist the Kira la la la. But like, the Kira gonna get him. We all know that he gon' lash out in a minute. But anyway, we get to see a couple of the people who come over to the idol. So the first lady, she is very enthusiastic. She's here to meet Kyun, but you could kind of tell. I don't know if it's just me, but I was like, she's more so here to see like idol and wink. Kyun is just kind of like, you're here to shake my hand, like, hello. She's just kind of shy, a little bit thrown off even, maybe. Like, she just doesn't feel like she's like, the best way to explain it is like she's just kind of overwhelmed, it seems, because she's like just like kind of looking back and forth between, like, you know, the fans who are here to shake her hand versus how Wink and Idol are shaking fans' hands, because they're super into it. They're like making personal connections, they're like giving their fans, like, you know, like words of wisdom, and like also saying like, thank you for supporting me, I hope you continue to support me and whatnot. And Kyun's just like looking back and forth, like, what? I definitely think she's a little bit overwhelmed, and maybe their presence is making her a little bit overwhelmed. But I mean, come on, Kokoro, these are your teammates. Like, you know, these are your idols. If you want to be like them, you gotta kind of like, you know, do what they're doing instead of just because she's literally just going like back and forth and back and forth. So anyway, the first lady kind of moves on from Kokoro quickly, but then we've got this guy who shakes her hand, and Kokoro, once again, literally she's shaking his hand but still looking at like Idol and Wink, and I think she's doing this because she's trying to mimic how they are shaking, you know, fans' hands. So, you know, she grasps this man's hand with both of her hands to shake his hand, and I think she's trying to do that to kind of like, you know, mimic them. But bro is having the time of his life. His face is red, steam is coming out of his head. He has literally met his idol. His heart is going Kyun too. And like the whole time, Kokoro, again, it's just like she's entranced by Idol and Wink, because she's like, wow, they're so enchanting, they're such great idols. I think she's honestly probably wants to be in line to shake their hands. Honestly. But anyway, we get to see once again the friend from school who comes up, and she also is shaking Kyun's hand like she wanted to in the beginning. She wanted to meet Kyun. She finally gets to meet Kyun. But then the mom and daughter from before come back, and it is her mom. I think I said it might have been her sister. It's the mom. But anyway, they just have so much Kira sparkly doodahs around them that Cuddy's like getting jealous, and he's like, nah, I can't take this anymore. The unsightly Kira, I can't take it. And he transforms them into a Meku, if I could say this right, Mekuranda, maybe? I have a hard time saying the villains' names. But yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. Did you notice that the double, I'm just gonna call it a Makuranda. I can say that. I don't know why I'm having like such a hard time with this. Makuranda. When the mom and the girl got transformed, it looked like one kangaroo with a CD in the pouch. Yes. It does. Oh my god. It is kind of like a CD, because it's like the top of the head is like half of a CD, and then there's like a little pouch on it, and kind of like a kangaroo, like you said, and then there's a little baby CD. I actually really love the designs that they give. I like how you can definitely tell that the person who is quote unquote akumatized personnel is literally kind of like similar to, you know, their own, you know, looks and personality. I love that. That's like one of my favorite things. But it's a super cute like little nod to like the mom and the baby. But yeah, anyway, Kokoro again doubting herself. Oh my god, like, okay, here's my thing. Let me rant for just a little bit. I apologize. I love Kokoro. I really do. But like, I understand that her story seems to be like, you know, she's like a year younger than Uta and Nana in school. She was also the last to become a Precure, and she's idolized the two of them. So she definitely feels like she's inferior to them. She definitely feels like, you know, like she's not good enough to be the same level as them. She's not good enough to even be called idol Precure. And so she's like definitely taking things a little bit too hard out on herself. But I'm not gonna lie, girly pop, it's getting a little bit annoying. So I hope this episode is like gonna wrap up this arc where she feels inferior, because Idol and Wink are like, you've gotta, like, you know, you gotta ganbatte, get to it, you know. Like like Kokoro's just voicing out how she's like, I just feel like I can't keep up with you two. You two make my heart go kyun kyun so much. Like I can't be like you. But Uta, as always, is here to encourage her teammate. And she's like, you're fine. You just got to keep fighting with us. And she's like, with some practice and some time, you might be even better than us. They're your fans. You've got to help us rescue them too. Words of encouragement that she really, really needed to hear. And so we finally get to see Kokoro kind of like understand, like, yeah, I'm an idol Precure too. You know what? I gotta get up. And so she gets up and she starts fighting, and she actually is the climax in this episode, which is really fun because I do love her dancing. I think she has one of my favorite dances to do. But anyway, she does rescue the mom and the daughter and shakes their hand, and it's very cute. And she has this face at the end of this episode where it's like she's finally realized that she is an idol. She is a Precure idol. It's like she's finally realized this about herself, and I'm really hoping that this kind of like wraps up this like self-doubt arc that she's had, because her teammates are there for her. They're showing that they're there for her. She's not alone. Like she might be, like a little bit younger. She might not have as much time experience as the others, but she's still an idol Precure, and she's doing great. But yeah. Let's see. Oh, I can't find the new episode anywhere. For me, I watch it on, it's called Hi Anime. That's where I watch it, at least. Exactly. I can appreciate characters having doubts because it makes them feel more real. But when they do it continually, I get desensitized because I'm not here for a pity party. I feel that. I definitely feel that. Like, again, I understand, like, being younger, especially for Kokoro. She's younger and she was the last to join. I understand why she would feel this way. And she's also idolized these people who turn out to be like, her own friends, people she goes to school with. They're not, like big names or anything. They're literally just high school or middle school. I think they're middle school girls alongside her. So it's probably like a shock, but it's like, you're a part of this too. You proved yourself, Kokoro. Let's get to it. Let's get to it, I hope that, now that she sees that she's not alone, her friends are by her side. Hopefully she's good now, because, yeah, it's a little bit of a pity party, I'm not gonna lie. Yes. Also, the next episode is called Tree of Dreams. We might get the group attack. See, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm really hoping for. Because I have been waiting for that the whole time. I was waiting for it. Thank you, Random Things. I hope you have a nice day and night. But yes. Do not get spoiled. Do not get spoiled. But yes, thank you for joining for a little bit. I appreciate it. I watched it on Anime Yubi because it's the only one that you don't have to pay for, and it doesn't lead you to weird ads. Yeah. And I sent you 5 photos in that weird chunk. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I watch a lot of my anime on Hi Anime because it's free, but there's some weird pop-up ads. Like, I'm an adult, so I'm like not too worried about it because I'm like, I'll just click that off. Click another tab. Click the nasty tab off. But yeah, if you're a minor, maybe not use that site because there's some nasty things that just pop up in your face, and I'm like, no, I came here to watch Precure. But yeah, definitely be safe when trying to find anime. I don't know why they make it so hard. I don't know why, but anyway, let's talk about the preview a little bit. So, yes, once again, the preview. It does look like there might be some allusion to something, big happening. And we do get to see Kokoro at the end. She's doing like her little chant and everything. But I'm super excited for this next episode. It kind of just looks like, it looks like a fun episode. That's the best way I can describe it. There's nothing like super like, big going on, but it's like they've got 3 enemies compared to 1. So, they're like, okay, well, let's split up and let's take them all on together. And it does look like Chokorine is going to be featured in this one. Finally, 11 episodes in, and she's making her debut on the scene. But I'm thinking that maybe this episode will be a little bit more challenging for the Precure because there's 3. You also have Chokorine, who is now a part of the group. So, like, is that her name? Maybe I'm saying her name wrong. You guys know who I mean, right? The green haired lady. Let's just call her that. The green haired lady. I can't remember the villains' names because genuinely, they don't show the villains enough. I feel like I would remember their names better if there was more like screen time for the villains, but they have not been eating with the screen time, not gonna lie. So maybe this is their screen time debut episode. But anyway, looks like all three villains that we know of so far. Yeah, that. Choky. I'm gonna call it Choky. 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 Anyway, basically, like, I hope that they finally, like, are gonna just come in and do a couple things and, like, show the Precure up a little bit. Maybe we can get an all-out attack or something, because we got all three Precures now, so it's like the perfect time to come together. And also, we get like this small little snippet where we get to see what's your name? What's his name? Kaito again. Kaito came back, so they just keep showing him. They show Puirin a little bit, but I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what next episode holds. You think there would be a power-up in Idol Precure? Yeah. I'm really hoping that it's going to be the next episode. I'm really hoping for that. But we'll have to see. It could just be a little bit too early. But I don't know. There's just something about like the climax that I wished all of them would come together. So maybe that's what we're going to see in the next episode. Because I would love to see them all come together on like, it's the climax stage. And like, all singing, dancing together. Because that's the one thing that I really want, is to see them put on a proper performance. Like, I don't know how many of you guys did this, but like when I was in high school, before I would like post any dance covers or stuff, I would just like go onto YouTube and I would look up Precure dances, like the ending dances or something, and I would just practice them because I thought they were fun. Like, don't sue me, but like I just remember the Glitter Force version of Doki Doki with I think her name was Maya in Glitter Force, but anyway, Maya, teehee, change one letter, but it was like the forever in my heart, you'll always be, something like that. I don't know. I like that actually. Say what you want about Glitter Force, have your opinions. The songs bopped. Glitter Force did have some good bops. And that one specifically, I remember that being my jam. That was my bop. I loved it. I loved it. It was very good. But yeah. I really like the Glitter Force, the endings. But yeah. I still am in disbelief that they took Glitter Force off of Netflix. I was not expecting that. To be fair, it's been on there for a very long time, so I can understand why they would take it off. Like, they took off all the shows that I used to love on there. Like, they took off Voltron, which maybe love nowadays is a rough word to say for Voltron, because did they ruin that show? Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, they took off a lot of good stuff that also made me very angry. you know how it is. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens next week, because it looks like an interesting episode. Like, it's not an episode that I'm like, on the edge of my seat for, like the last couple ones with Kokoro's debut and everything, but we'll have to see. Exactly, same. Netflix was basically my Precure getaway since I watched Smile on there. And we rewatched the original like 3 times though. Exactly. I got into Glitter Force because of I just saw like Smile Precure's Glitter Force on there, and I was like, lots of pretty colors. I like. Magical girls. I like. I'm gonna watch. And I told the story before, but I was like, okay, I like this. Oh, this is that Precure thing where I was like, okay, what is this? I've never heard of Glitter Force before. And so I looked it up and I was like, it's that Precure thing I hear so many people yapping about. It's Precure. But yes. Very fun. I honestly feel like that's a huge way that a lot of people got into like Precure as well. Like, my cousin got into Precure. Like, my cousin is a little bit younger than me, but like, she used to watch Glitter Force, and like, she's actually not an anime fan. She's like very country, kind of yeehaw sportsy girl, but like, she actually watched a couple Precure seasons because she really liked Glitter Force and Glitter Force Doki Doki. She was like, this is interesting. I like this. I'm gonna watch a couple like episodes of like, the other seasons. And she actually liked it. And I'm like, I never thought that Precure would get my yeehaw cousin into watching anime. Because she don't watch anime. She is not an anime girl. She's watched a little bit of like Demon Slayer, but that was only because her boyfriend watched it. But I don't know. There's just something magical about the fact that Precure got my cousin into a little bit of anime at least, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying to get her into it for years. Let's be real. Oh my god, yeah. The way they changed the villain's name is so weird. Like, Wolf Run became Ulrich. Yeah, he sounds like an old man, not gonna lie. That's the one thing, like, they don't even have to change some of their names. Like, I will never forget the Alice Claire incident for Rosetta. Or whatever, what do they call her in Glitter Force? Like, Glitter something? Glitter Clover. I don't know why they decided to change both of her names, her Cure name and her civilian name. Like, I could understand if you're trying to, like, Americanize it, and you're like, because that's the route that they went down. They were trying to Americanize Glitter Force, Precure into Glitter Force. But it's like, you don't have to change. Like, Alice does not need to be Claire and vice versa. Like, Rosetta and Clover, they're still the same thing. I just don't understand why they did that. Like, Alice is already an American sounding name. Why would you want it? That's more American, I feel, than like, that's like a high class, like English lady name, more so than Claire. I don't know why they did that. That's so weird to me. That's always been the one thing that I'm like, I don't understand. I don't understand this. But anyway, is what it is, I guess. Is what it is. Also, real quick, I will say, I'm sorry that I've been really bad this week about streams and content. I have had family up, and I still have family up. They're leaving tomorrow, and, oh my god. It's been very stressful. So, if the gaming channel looks like it has a lot of Wizard 101 videos, it's because, like, genuinely, I have only had time to film Wizard 101 videos, and I have not had time to stream this week because family. Do you know what it's like trying to stream? Like, I have been looking over my shoulder this whole time because I am so scared that someone is going to come to my door with a screwdriver and just like put it in the hole and then twist it to undo the lock latch and just come in to annoy me. And if they do, I will turn my virtual camera on and everybody will see them on my stream because I don't care. I ain't playing with that. I ain't playing with that. You know what it's like? You know what it's like? I'm called Alice. No, I like Alice. Alice is a great name. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you're talking to me or Glitter Force, but but I love the name Alice. I just don't understand why they named her Claire. That's just so weird. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And like Cure Rosetta to Glitter Clover, it's the same thing. Like, maybe kids won't know what a Rosetta is necessarily, but that's a good opportunity to teach them. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. But, but yeah, like, the thing is, I have not had a whole lot of time to stream, so, this week will be a little bit better. Next week, I won't say where I'm going, but I'm actually going out of town for a few days, and, I think I'll still be able to do the Monday stream. If not, I might post the stream on Sunday, or I might have to postpone it a little bit. I will let you guys know. I don't think necessarily that, like, I'll have to miss next week's, but I am going out of town for like a little like trip and stuff, so content might be a little sporadic and less streams next week, but I don't even know the date that I'm going. I literally was told this last week that it's like, hey, we're going on a trip, you're coming too, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess so. So I know, fun. Love that for me, but love that for me. So I'm kind of scrambling right now to like get a lot of content stuff done. But let's see, tomorrow's Tuesday. what are we doing on Tuesday? What are we doing on Tuesday? I'm gonna check Twitch real quick, see what I'm doing, because I posted my schedule. I don't do my schedules in Discord anymore, just because it's difficult. It's been harder to do that, so I just post it over on like, what's it called, on like, if you're on YouTube for the gaming channel, you can see the stuff that I have posted up there. If you're on Twitch, you can see the schedule. If you go to the schedule tab, you can see that. I can't see it because I'm streaming right now, which is stupid. So let me go to YouTube. Let me go to the tube. What am I doing tomorrow? Tomorrow, I also need to really get to work and film some videos for my Glitter Diaries channel. I didn't mean for it to kind of go stale, but let's see. Oh, tomorrow's gonna be a weird one. Tomorrow's gonna be a very weird stream because this is my first time doing ASMR. And shout out Koella. I saw Koella has been doing a lot of like ASMR streams, and I popped in and watched a couple of them. And if you don't remember, Koella was a part of the repo stream that I did over on my gaming channel, and like, I really like the idea of doing ASMR. Would you guys like for me to do some ASMR where I talk really quiet and I tap things? I don't know. I'm gonna put together some things. I got some crystals, so I might try to do, because you know, I'm a little witch girl, so we're gonna get witchy tomorrow. We're gonna get witchy tomorrow. But I got a couple things. It's gonna be an experience. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I don't know if other people are gonna like it. Does anyone here actually like ASMR? Because I don't care for it, but I don't love it, you know? Like, I'm someone who, when I watch a YouTube video of someone, I want them to like talk, you know, where I can hear it, because I often will like put on like videos in the background while I'm cleaning and stuff, and so like ASMR videos just don't work for that because it's so quiet. And like, I know a lot of people will use ASMR videos for like sleeping or like relaxation. I don't know if I'm the right person for relaxation, because I'm a little bit of a crackhead. I do. You'd like ASMR? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see how I feel about it. We'll have to see. I don't know that I'm like 100% like gonna do this a lot. If it does well, then maybe, but I'm gonna try it, because if you know my lore, just lore in general, I have been a big fan of Connie Glenn for a very, very long time. Like, Connie was the person who kind of like sparked my interest into becoming a YouTuber in the first place. And like, if you see my channel, I definitely feel like a lot of the stuff that I do is reminiscent of what Connie used to do as Nudorella. And Connie's book series, The Rosewood Chronicles, is one of my all-time favorite book series. I'm currently reading their new series, which is The Cursed Melodies, which I will be getting a review out soon, and it's a banger. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's a banger. Great review already. But yeah, basically, I was very inspired by them, and for a very long time, you know, like, I would definitely say that they are my favorite YouTuber ever. They kind of took a little bit of a break from social media, but they've started to like recently come back a little bit, and I've seen that Connie has started to do some like more ASMR stuff. Like, I think their channel name is now Connie Tingles, maybe, but I'm like, I don't love ASMR, but I'll try it for you, Pookie. I love you, so I'm gonna try it. And I don't hate it. I thought I was gonna watch like a couple minutes of it and dip, because I don't love whispering. It's not one of my favorite things, especially because some people, they'll do this thing with the microphone. Well, they'll get really close to the camera with the microphone, and it's like, I can hear your nose breathing. I don't like that, but I like the way she does it. It's very nice. It's relaxing. Not something that I would go out my way to like search for more of, but I don't know. I've just seen so many people around me doing ASMR. I'm like, I might as well give it a try. I loathe ASMR. The sounds are oversensitive and bug me, and also it's squelchy noises from the time. Most of the time, it's horrible and terrible. How do people sleep to it? And whispering creeps me out. I get that. I definitely get it. Like, I'm gonna try to find some nice tingly things because I like tingly things like my crystals or like little like chimey kind of stuff. I like that, but you know, like some people like like the whispering close up to the microphone where you can hear every single huff and breath I don't like. And like people will do this thing where they just like tap the microphone. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I saw this one person who took a brush to the microphone, just like a makeup brush, and it sounded like someone threw their microphone into the sea. I hated it. But I'm gonna try it. Gotta try new things. I do like water and ice sounds. See, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for, where it's like that nice kind of like sparkling kind of tingle. Cause I gotta have some nice sparkly tingles. But yeah, not sure it's considered ASMR, but whatever. I get you. I get you. Yeah. Definitely, definitely. I might actually use that idea. I kind of like that because that's what I'm kind of going for. Something that's like nice and tingly, as in like sparkly, glittery, if I will. Because you know, glitter M. But, and then let's see. Wednesday, I'm gonna do a spur of the moment collab. I haven't even put it up on YouTube yet, but it's on Twitch. We're gonna do a Lethal Company collab with Rosa and Robin, even though Robin hates it. We're gonna do it anyway. Yeah, a couple things. I'm on observation duty for the first time because I've been really wanting to play that. Or no, sorry, we're not doing Lethal Company with Robin and Rosa. We're doing Phasmo, the Easter event. And then on Saturday, we're doing Lethal Company with the girls again. And then Friday is drawing VTubers. And I'm going to post this art piece that I did a couple days ago onto my new Instagram. It's just the Glitter MVT. But I've started getting back into drawing. And I've been trying to watch a couple of like artsy people and stuff. And I definitely think that I'm to the point now where I'm much more confident in my art. I don't know if I'm confident enough to open up commissions, but that's where I'm trying to work myself up to because I want to make sure that I can do commissions, you know. But I don't know if I'm quite there yet, you know, if you know. I don't think I'm quite there yet, but I do think that when I come back from like this little mini vacation, I'm going to be streaming for a lot longer, especially on my gaming channel on Twitch. We're gonna be streaming a little bit longer, and I might be doing some like longer streams because I want to do some art from my book, and I have some ideas because one of the things that I've always wanted to do is like make like a little manga series. And I mean, I have my book, so I'm like, if I could get to this point where I could like do like a graphic comic or like just like a online comic or something of my book, that would be super fun. And also, book update real quick. I have been working on it. I posted a little something on Instagram the other night. If you guys like books, I hope you like longer books. Because this one is much like, what's the word? Like, it's not like rambling or anything. It's like established like things that have to happen for you to understand, you know, what's going on with the world and the characters. But like, they're supposed to go to like a magical Hogwarts-ish kind of school. I'm 77 pages in, and they haven't even started yet. Like, they just got to the school. So I'm like, do I need to pick up a Harry Potter book and just make sure that I'm not being like, you know, too slow paced? Because the problem with my old editor is that they told me that I was too fast paced, that I needed to be a little bit more like, you know, descriptive with like things that were happening, like, you know, when they're traveling, or just like, you know, how characters are feelings, describe characters more. And so I did that. And now I'm thinking, did I over describe things? Because it's like 77 pages, but also, I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I'm like, damn. They're just now getting to the school, because I actually went in and I split up a couple of chapters because they were way too big. So I have a very small prologue, and I am up to chapter 6. 6 chapters, 77 pages. There's a lot of little breaks, like little asterisk kind of breaks and stuff, because I know that they tend to be pretty long, and I don't know if I want to break them up anymore, because I do these like little jump cuts. This is kind of like what I've realized is my writing style is like, if it's a transition scene from like, we're gonna do this, and then it's like, I'll skip, a little transition scene, little asterisk, 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 and then like a couple, like hours later or whatever, next scene, it's like I cut out that little like midsection instead of just ending the chapter. I'll just go ahead and like, add to the chapter, but just like have that cut. So I'm like, do I need to actually make some of those cuts into their own chapters, because they are very long. Especially the first chapter is very long, but there's a lot of like cuts in them, because you just kind of have to understand a lot of things, because it's a magical story. There's a lot of world building stuff, character building, if you must. If you must. But yeah, I definitely want to start working on some like art stuff for my book on stream, like maybe some comics and stuff. But I think I'm getting to the place with my art where I'm feeling more confident in it. Because like I was doing so well right after like COVID. During COVID to like a couple years after COVID, I was drawing like every single day, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm doing so good with my art. Like genuinely, I am like, I'm really improving. And then I stopped doing art because I did a lot of art for like my idol group that I was in, Lumerous. I was in an idol group, if you guys didn't know, and I did a lot of the art for them, and I drew like just about every single day, and then I just kind of stopped because I don't think we even actually said that we disbanded, but we disbanded, if you couldn't tell, and then I just kind of quit drawing. And I've always wanted to do it on stream as well. I've always wanted to draw on stream, but I don't know, there's something about drawing in front of people that I feel so self-conscious about, because it makes me feel like, if I draw a hand and it looks really weird, then I'm like, oh no, I drew that really weird looking, people are gonna make fun of it. But I need to get over that, because I do think that the latest thing that I drew was actually really good. I watched the entirety of the live action Beauty and the Beast while watching it, or while drawing it, which I'm going to talk about that. I think I talked about that on Instagram. That's a project that I have, is as of right now, when I do my Disney reviews, I am trying to watch all of the live action Disney movies and do a review for them before going back and rewatching all of the older, like, animated movies and stuff, because there's not a whole lot of live action, and I do feel like I have the most bone to pick with the live action versions. And I will say, I'm glad that I'm going back and rewatching the live action versions, because I went back, and I'll give you a little spoiler, but I did go back and like I said, I watched the live action Beauty and the Beast, and I went into it already with an idea in my head that it wasn't as good, and I didn't quite love it. It was just kind of so-so. By the time that I was done watching it, I was like, that was actually better than I thought. That's better than I remembered. Like, I can't even remember. That came out in 2017, I think? And I'm like, wow. It's got problems. Don't get me wrong. It's got problems. It's got some problems to it. But genuinely, I'm kind of like, you know what? I'm glad I rewatched it. And that's the thing, is I try my best to, like, always take notes and watch a movie, and I'm glad that I'm going back and rewatching it, because I think I needed that refresher. But I've got some notes, and stuff. I'm gonna be trying to film a lot this week for our main channel here, because like I said, I'm going out of town. But another thing that I'm working on, which is a long video. I hope you guys like story times. Let's just say that. You guys like story time stuff? I hope you do. Because I posted this photo. It's on my Instagram, Glitter M, where it's like my manga Instagram. It's kind of just like lifestyle, kawaii, manga, anime, whatnot, weeb central stuff. And I posted, like, I think there's like roughly 15, maybe 12, maybe 12 to 15 books that I got from my childhood. They're just like Disney princess books, and I got those, and I was like, well, what kind of video do I want to make about these? So I'm actually in the process of recording me reading the stories of each of these books and making like a cozy little video for each of them. So I hope you guys like Glitter M's story reading time, because that's the video, that's the idea that I have, because it's like you've got the original stories for the characters, but then it's like you've got like extra side stories and stuff. It's like you've got weddings and, like, you know, Cinderella's life at the castle, Jasmine's wedding, and stuff like that. So I'm like, that sounds interesting. Oh no, I have this massive chunky wasp in my room. It's buzzing in my ear. Oh no. God, there are too many bugs out. There are too many bugs out right now. We also have wasp problems in our house right now, and it's not good. There is a wasp that is inside of our kitchen window, and like, it can leave. There's this like little place where it's like the screen is broken and it shimmied its way in, but it won't shimmy its way out. And we've tried to like kind of like poke at it to try to like get it out, but it doesn't want to leave, and it just gets angry and rattles around. And so I'm like, I can't help you, bro. But oh my god, not the wasp season. Not the wasp. Like, bees are perfect, lovely little creatures. Wasps are just evil incarnate. I hate them. They are evil. Evil little creatures. They are just hell-bent on torture. But anyway, I do think that is where we'll probably end this stream for today. I hope you guys enjoyed on YouTube and on Twitch. I hope you guys are having a very good rest of your evening. Again, I will update you guys if there's any issues with like me doing this weekly Monday stream. If you want more like kind of casual updates and stuff, check out my Discord, because that's where I give the majority of updates, instead of like, you know, like on YouTube now. Instead of my community posts, I'll just do it in Discord. So join the Discord if you want some updates and stuff. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.